What's going on, everybody? We are back. It's your friend Will. This is the Memory Lapse, and Ravnica Allegiance is upon us, or Allegiances of Ravnica, or whatever the hell this set's called. And we played a lot yesterday on stream. Hopefully you got to come see a piece of it. Had a lot of middling decks, and then went on a nice run with red deck, where I had a 5-0 and a 5-1 with red, but we're not going to show that just yet. We're going to try something new this morning. This is a list from Gerry T, a take on one of the most hypothetical and hyped decks coming into this format, Aristocrats. So based on the whatever, like the black-red Aristocrat from the last Ravnica set that was basically a free sack outlet and got damage in. So I think the idea here is similar. You have a fairly aggressive curve of creatures, things that recur themselves, things that have effects when they die, ways to generate tokens like Hero of Precinct One and Elenda, and then cards like Judith and Midnight Reaper that are the payoffs, and cards like Pitiless Pontiff and Priest of the Forgotten Gods to help you enable sacrificing. So kind of up and down the curve, things you want to be doing, just a question of are we going to draw them in the right order, and then of course you have a pile of rare lands to enable the mana base, and then the sideboard, fairly just like standard sideboard stuff, a little more removal for those matchups, a little bit of hand disruption for those matchups, some cards for when you want to go bigger or need to fight for the board. So save and exit, now we have the right lands, and let's just try this out in traditional constructed. That's right, we're back to best of 3, people. So what did we try yesterday? We tried a couple different, we tried some Gruul, we tried some, red-black aggressive deck with Judith. We tried a really cool Teamer ramp deck with a, alright, so the classic. This I think we have to keep even though it's slow. At least we get a Gutterbones. Our opponent took a mulligan too. Don't need a 5th land. So what was it? It's a Teamer ramp deck that played what's that card called? Mirari Conjecture as the win and as a value engine, and that deck was really fun. We got to 3 wins with it. I'm definitely going to show off that deck. Maybe make a couple changes. That deck was really cool. Alright, so we need to draw some gas, though. Alright, so there goes our only spell. Luckily, this is not best of 1, so we can kind of see what they're up to and make sideboard. Figure it out for next game. Alright, I guess it's worth. What we're going to see here, and maybe if you all have been playing, you'll notice that they've added a lot more animations, which I'm not exactly that fond of. So worst that can happen is they seal away one of these. Okay, it's a fine thing for them to absorb. I assume that if they're absorbing there, they have a handful of permission. And I think we want to make them use the permission rather than draw 2 here. So if they want to sacrifice this, which doesn't do very much for us anyways. I think they know about this one. Alright, so they're... Yeah, so we don't get much value out of using that right now. Probably a card that comes out in this matchup, I have to imagine. This will hold until we have some multicolor spells to play with it. And that way we have something to like refill the board when they wrath us. Oh. Sure. This is kind of settle the wreckage insurance, I guess. But notably, she can't sacrifice herself. Which I guess makes sense with the flavor of the card. Oh, ooh, this is going to be a good one if we resolve it. So we're definitely going to try to get them to use Settle here. I don't think we want to give them the life gain off Absorb. Mortify. Alright, that wasn't bad. It was still our turn. So the stipulation on this is not sorcery speed, but it just has to be our turn sometime. In our end step, of course, we don't get to recast it, but... Alright, so... I go for the win. They have Mortify... They probably have to absorb this. Okay. Which means we get to play Theater of Horrors. They've gone through 3 Mortifies, right? Just 2. It looks like they're digging for another one. Okay. I mean, I guess we can just kill them off the Theater of Horrors anyways. Okay. So I think this one comes out. And we definitely want, like, Drill Bit. I wonder if Elenda comes out in favor of things like Angrath and another theater. I can see the argument for Plaguecrafter being good. I think we want enough of our multicolor stuff to make sure that Hero is good. We want Midnight Reaper. Yeah, I think we probably are okay without Plaguecrafter. We'll see how this game goes. Probably go taking the Mortifies out for Plaguecrafters. We're probably gonna like have a double Mortify hand here. This hand looks pretty good. We need some more land, but we have this pocket right here. Feels good in this matchup. Wow, and we even drew the right. Ooh, Warrant. That's kind of a bummer, but... Alright, let's get our token. It's just regular tokens, right? And I guess we hold. Thinking of Kaya's Wrath here. This is a big enough board that they're going to want a Wrath, and then this way we can keep the Pontiff around. If they settle us, I think we're actually okay to get 3 lands out of our deck. Deny them the life, get ourselves a card. Now if they Wrath us, it's a little more awkward, but if they Wrath us, then we get to untap and play Angrath. So we can't save the Pontiff. They were smart to make this require a mana to activate. We'll give them that much. Just keep putting the pressure on. So now we're in the situation against the control deck where we can just keep putting pressure on them. Eventually they're going to have to play something. So if they absorb that, I can get it right back, which is really nice. Unfortunately, they're not exactly dead next turn. Actually, they are with the Footlight Fiend. So I can sacrifice it to the Pitiless Pontiff. Alright. This is pretty much where we want to be. I assume they don't have Spell Pierce. Bonk. Actually, shoot, I should have just played that tapped. This is lethal here. And I want to be able to play these two together so that I get the extra token. Alright, prepare to get bonked. Do we just kill him here? They must have absorb, right? Nope, just got them. Oh, that worked out pretty well. The deck just like kind of scrapped its way to a win both games. Our opponent, I think, conceded it way too early game one, because if they knew our hand was just like double Judith with no board, I think that maybe they don't concede there, but perhaps the threat of the enchantment in play was enough. This is not the worst on the play. We're going to take a lot of damage, but at least we're not going to be inhibited from playing stuff if we want to. This would be a good matchup to see how good Priest is. I'm probably just going to play Judith and get in with the Priest next turn. What is that? I don't know that card. I don't know what that is. Alright, so we're not going to get in. Let's take this turn. So next turn we can play Judith. Get a token. Looks like they're not going to interfere with us here. Alright. So we can like kind of do a little... We make black black. Oh, nice. So we get to ping this before they sacrifice. So draw, we make black black. And then we go... Pitiless Pontiff. Footlight Fiend. Alright, Hero of Precinct One, I see what you're up to. Okay. With the second Judith next turn, we were definitely gonna get their board. In a matchup like this... I'm thinking we want Plaguecrafter. Looks like they don't have a ton of ways to interact with us, which is good. Do we even need to change our deck that much? This seems really good. Maybe the Midnight Reapers can come out. No, I don't know. I'm pretty tempted just to leave the deck as is and see. Because they're kind of on like a green-red dragony weirdness. Oh, they took the draw. Huh. Alright, so we get to here curve Gutterbones into Hero into Midnight Reaper. So yeah, Carnival looks pretty good here. As much as I'd like to play the Midnight Reaper, I think make our token, play our Blood Crypt, get in for 4, Stone Rain them. So now we need Midnight Reaper, so we can make an attack with the Gutterbones and get paid off. I think we're just gonna keep them off the mana here, make another token. This is almost a lethal board here. Yeah, that really doesn't do anything for them. Ooh. They're gonna make one of those like little dragons. Nope. Just get super wide on them. I mean, I guess if there's a red sweeper that costs 5 that I'm not thinking of, then that's my bad, but they can't use this to play for the Meteor. There's no dragon that comes in and wipes the board. Like, demanding dragon would be the worst thing they can do here. Yeah, that's not enough. They can take out the Midnight Reaper. Or did they not even kick it? They didn't have enough to kick it, so it's unkicked. Alright, well, it feels bad to beat up on someone's budget dragon deck, but I mean, I don't know why you're taking that into these constructed events. Traditional constructed, as they're now called. This is a mulligan. Just don't think we can keep a 1-lander. Here's a super awkward 2-lander that I guess we're gonna kind of be forced to keep. So if we find red, we might be okay. The check lands are tough. This deck doesn't play the full 12. It plays like 9 or so, I think. It's certainly a cost of being 3 colors with a lot of specific requirements like this deck is. I guess we just want to start getting wide on them. And the best way to do that would be to like combine Theater and Priest. Or use Theater to get a token off the hero. And then start using Priest to try to handle their board and make us mana and make them lose life so that we can play stuff off Theater. I can imagine that if we had a slightly better draw. Or, you know, slightly better draw land-wise, that would be in an okay spot here, but this card's gonna be hard to beat. They're a little land stuck though, so maybe we're going to be able to get out of it here. They're not going to cast down our priest. Oh, maybe. Oh, they have the Elenda Werewolf, so they could if they want to. They're more inclined to go for a hero here, which makes sense. So we can replay the Pontiff here, get another token. Make them sacrifice something, probably. Oh, I would have guessed the Seeker Squire, but that's totally cool too. And probably even good to shock this and get back the Gutterbones. We're not blocking with the hero. Well, now we get to see how good drawing extra card turn is. If they Vivian this, it's kind of good, right? Okay. Not good when we draw Gutterbones. We wanted something that would make more tokens for us. Let's sack these boys, though. I guess the upside is that we get to sack them and loop them. Make mana in the process. Alright, so we hold up Pitiless Pontiff. This is a powerful grindy effect. It's really impressing me. With Gutterbones especially. So I have not played this deck prior to this video, so like I'm just kind of like looking at these interactions for the first time here. Alright. So we just get the one token out of it. Deny them their Vraska's Contempt, that's fine. That's their whole turn. They're gonna lose a creature here, so I guess we're gonna send tokens at Vivian. Try to knock her out. I have to use this mana now. Let's return Gutterball. So we lose a token here. Probably just best to get back Gutterbones and play them. They're still far off from finality, so and this doesn't even protect against finality. All right, Priest of the Forgotten Gods is doing work. It's slow and steady, but it's getting done. Let's get rid of the bigger one. They're kind of in a position where they have to. They're losing this, so I guess they're going to attack. This is our last priest activation, most likely. And I guess if they attack, we just take the 3. They're at 26. It's a lot. I guess we don't take the 3. We just chump it. Ooh, Judith. Judith is good. So we have to go 3, 6, 2, 4, 6. Now we're bopping them. Alright, Priest of the Forgotten Gods. She did some good work getting us back in that game. A lot of questions, though, about how to go in this. I could see Lava Coil being good. I could see Ethereal Absolution being really good. These games do go long. I could see Angrath being good. I could see almost all these cards being good. Maybe Elenda comes out. Is she too slow? She might be like too slow. Okay, I think Ethereal Absolution seems like a sick card. And we know that Midnight Reaper is good in these matchups. Let's try keeping the Carnival in. They have elves, they have like X1s, potentially. The Carnival side's an instant. It also triggers the hero. Alright, so we got another little 0-lander here into a 1-lander. But it's quite good if we have a land on top. We do. If we have a second land on top, if we get to red, this hand is really good. But as it stands, we have enough to cast all this with Hero next turn. Just start building a board. If we get to Judith, we should be in a good spot. It's weird this deck has like a lot of must-kill cards between the Hero, the Judith. The Priest. All right. Yeah, so if they have double Explore here, our block does not work out. I think we're just Judith away. I don't think we can afford to block everything to try to remove that. Judy, Judy, Judy. I mean, I don't know. Feels like we should just scoop. We're in a really rough spot. Just stuck on 2. Can't play our Judies. Oh, okay. I'm just dead here. Alright, so knowing that they brought that in, do we want to change our deck at all? Yeah, maybe Carnival was not as good as other stuff will be. Like Lava Coil. Like Theater. We might just need to prepare to go really long here. We can just kill the Wild Growth Walker if they have it on turn 2 again. So I got punished by not blocking twice there because they ended up just wiping our whole board. Alright, pray for land. This hand gets there with land for sure. Maybe she's supposed to come out in this matchup. I don't know, she was so good game 1, but our opponent was kind of stuck. No, if it drew a cast down, we're in an okay spot, I think. Yeah. Stuck again. Just don't want them to build a board. And I know that we're missing value off Judith here, but Reaper's good. I was going to play like Theater, but this is better. I think at this juncture. Yep. Give us land. Hello? Is anyone out there? Can anybody hear me? No. We're in a really rough run now. What is going on? $15 cards deep. I think we can still win this one. It's going to be hard, but at least now we have a board where we can play Judy next turn. They're gonna have Golden Demise number 3 here. They're looking for an Explorer. They're missing though. Oh. This one would have been so easy. To be fair, I think this type of deck is the type we're going to lose to often, but this would have been so easy. It makes me really sad to lose these ones. Oh no, I couldn't have done it any other way. Okay. This is the one thing that I was like a little concerned about bringing this in, was against the Vivian Reed, but and we don't even draw the land there to figure out if it's going to be good. Yeah. Just so far behind on mana those middle turns. If we had been able to do two things instead of one thing, I think we would have won this one. We would have been able to pressure the Vivian. Theory Absolution looking not good in the games where you're stuck on mana. Alright, they got this one. That was tough. That was disappointing because we crushed them that one game. We were just able to outgrind them. And then we just basically had two games where we got stuck on land and couldn't do anything. Or couldn't do enough. But yeah, 2-1, that's not a bad start. And that's where we'll end this one. This deck feels really good. Let's just look at the lands again. Knowing Gerry, I'm sure the lands are pretty good, but 5, so 20. Yeah, it's 24. So I mean, we're not with kind of the card draw that we have. We shouldn't be getting stuck that often. So I think that those were just some games that were like whatever. Theater of Horrors has not been very good. All the games I've had it, I haven't played it. Or I haven't played it expecting to be able to actually use the card. So this is something that I thought was going to be nuts. And maybe it is, but not in a deck like this. It just felt like... I'm not sure what matchup you're both getting in damage, but you also need the cards, right? Like maybe in a deck like Burn. But in a deck like this, like, I don't know. It's interesting. So far it hasn't been good. We've drawn it quite a bit. This might be for the mirror. Maybe this is not what's coming against green-black. And I should have brought in like drill bits or something to try to get their hand. Yeah, hard to say. Hard to say because we're still learning the deck, but it was really cool. The games are fun. The games where we play spells especially were fun. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you're having fun with the new set. So, you know, like, subscribe, and comment. Post below what decks you've been liking, what I should play, what I should try. I have a reasonable amount of cards, so I can build most anything. And yeah, we'll be back soon with the second half of this run, so stay tuned for that later.